I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I never really bought any of the Hogan with minorities relationships. I just never really bought it. Looked disingenuous to me. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So Hulk Hogan, yes, that Hulk Hogan, the Hulk Hogan that made those racist comments. Let's just do a little bit of back talk real. Anyway, so he's being allowed into the WWE Hall of Fame once again. Anyway, but I digress. So Hulk Hogan, yeah, that Hulk Hogan, who had made the racist comments about his son's daughter, his daughter's son's boyfriend. Yeah. So anyway, Brooke, as we all know, because everybody remember the show. Some of y'all remember the show. I don't really remember the show. I wasn't a big fan. Brooke was just too masculine for me. Not for nothing, but you know, whatever, nigga. So she is dating some black guy, and the black guy that she was or is dating, I don't know who she's dating now. The way these celebrities just jump from back and forth to new people, I don't know. So she was dating some black guy at some point. I believe she still is. Remember she was trying to get like in the music industry or something like that? I mean, yeah, whatever. So she was trying to get in the music industry. So the guy that actually was trying to help her get into the music industry, he was black. Yeah, go figure. And so his son and Brooke got into a relationship or whatever the case was. So they start seeing each other, and he start doing adult things with her. Anyway, so Hulk Hogan was having a conversation with somebody who I'm gonna assume is a trusted I want to say ally, but I'm gonna say friend. So in this conversation, Mr. Hogan threw the N-word around quite a few times. It's crazy how when a white person says the N-word and shit, I say the N-word, but if I'm just saying it, I'm like, yo, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because it just has a different connotation. You get it? Nah, I'm pretty sure everybody is going to get it. Anyway, so Hulk Hogan was throwing the N-word around because he doesn't want his daughter dating a black man unless that black man is, like, rich. Which, whatever, nigga. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I'm more upset that he used the N-word than that he doesn't want his daughter to date a black guy. To be honest with you. I mean, I'm more upset he used the N-word. I think if he said everything that he said without using the N-word, one, I don't think people would be so upset. And two, I personally wouldn't care. I'm letting you know. I think people, see, this is the problem we have. I think people have a right to want certain things, especially for their children. But him using the N-word, it showed a deeper problem and a deeper issue and a deeper psychological, deep dive into his mental state as far as what he thinks about the people that he's been working with for years and what he thinks about the people who has been paying good money to come see him for years. Now, to say, I don't want my daughter to marry a white guy. I don't want my daughter to marry a Hindu. I don't want my daughter to marry an American black. I don't want my daughter to marry an African. I don't want my daughter to marry a Puerto Rican. That's one thing. It's like, really? That's some bullshit. But to be like, yo, I don't want my daughter to marry no spick. You see? You see how that's just different? It's just different. I don't want my daughter to marry, I don't know what they call, like, I don't know. I guess if you're a black person, like, I don't want my daughter to marry no honky. You see how it's just different? Instead of saying, you know, I really don't want my daughter to marry a white guy. It's just different. You understand? Anyway, so I could have accepted him saying he didn't want his daughter to marry a black person. I could have accepted that. Anyway, so now every single time I see and my internet might do some memes, or internet might dub over some of his some of his promos. But now anytime that I hear Hulk Hogan say brother, I'm gonna picture him saying nigga. Seriously. Anytime I hear Hulk Hogan saying brother, I'm gonna picture him saying the N-word. It's in the back of my mind. Like, that's really what you meant. But you didn't want to slip up on TV because you use that word very freely. Okay? That's what it is. And that's how come whoever that was he was talking to knew to take the damn conversation. Because one, this is probably a conversation that they previously had. And two, he probably slings the N-word around like, I don't know. Like the Kardashians' vagina to basketball players. That's how he's slinging it around. He's just throwing it everywhere. Who want to catch? So that's how come the person, I believe, knew to record him. Now, the big issue is you have people speaking out in WWE. You have people speaking out in WWE that are upset that WWE is doing this. But also, you got to look at it like this. WWE killed itself. I'm going to tell you how. WWE killed itself. It's still not a bad product. I mean, they don't have the same caliber of storylines that they had like back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Now, I'm going to let you know right now. Late 90s, early 2000s, back when The Rock, back when Stone Cold, back when Triple H was at their apex, was at their top of the game, when you had the Rock and Sock connection, when you had freaking what's these dudes' name? The white guy and the black guy that was I don't know, they was acolytes at one point. I know the white dude, he's really rich. He's he's a lawyer and he did some kind of like stocks and bonds trading or whatever the hell that shit is. Like, he's rich for real. And I'm not talking about DiBiase. So like back then, when freaking the Dudley Boys came to the... Come on, man. Back when they had fucking the tables, ladders, and chairs matches. Like, back then, the WWE was that shit. Oh, yeah, they had competition. That's right. Then they bought their competition out. And they just cornered the market. And instead of having somebody push them to greatness, now they just do whatever. So, yeah. That happened. Anyway, so there are black people in wrestling speaking out, and they don't like the fact that Hulk Hogan is being allowed to be back into the Hall of Fame, because you do know what's next. If it hasn't happened already, you do know what's next. What's next is him showing up to events. What's next is, and then what's going to be the messed up thing, he's going to show up to events, and you're going to have a lot of people who are Caucasian that's going to cheer him like they have never cheered him before. Maybe because he's beating the black man. Maybe because they just miss him. But they're going to be cheering like they've never cheered before. This is crazy. Anyway, I say all of that to say this. We as a people, and I'm not talking about as a black person, black people, I'm not saying as any specific ethnicity. I'm saying we as a people, we need to be stronger than this. We need to let our voices be heard. I'm black, but I'm not going to get behind black people doing bullshit. I mean, my character just isn't built that way. The person I am just isn't built that way. I can't get behind black people doing bullshit to other black people or to other races. We as a people need to be on shit like that. We need to be stronger. We need to say, look, this is who I am. That's who you are. I had a cousin right? Have a cousin. And when we was younger, I used to be as outspoken. I used to be much more outspoken than I am now. And I used to just never take notion. Like, I can't even explain it, but or at the drop of a hat, I'm like, yo, fuck that, yo, we go outside. And like I just never took nothing from anybody, ever. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was a problem. Because once it got to the point where I just didn't like you, then, you know, whatever, nigga. So he came to me one day and he said, yo, you don't got to respect people. But respect people for being who they are. I don't respect Hulk Hogan. But I could respect him for being who he is. And if I respect him for being who he is, that means that he's an individual that I just can't have dealings with. He's an individual that I can't gravitate to. He's not an individual that's going to take up a majority of my freaking mind. I'm not going to be thinking about him. If I see him, I'm not going to think about doing anything effed up to him. But if he does something racist, I understand. He's a racist. He literally said he was a racist. Like 3 times in that conversation. Pardon me. Like 3 times in that conversation, he literally said, I'm a racist. Respect people for who they are. And respect this man for who he is. A damn racist. Don't put up with this. If you're a WWE fan, don't put up with this. If you're whatever race you are, don't put up with this. Don't. You don't have to. They always try to make us feel like there's one of 2 choices. When in reality, there's a myriad of choices that anybody can make on any decision at any given moment. It's not just the left road or the right road or the middle road. Me, myself, I like to meander through the fucking brush. How about that? I like to take a stroll in the weeds. Not the marijuana weeds. I'm saying, like, you know, when you're like out on the road, off the road, it's gonna be like plant life and vegetation. Well, you get my point. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes make your own lane. You can't wait for other people to see what you see. Sometimes other people are just incapable of seeing what you see. Sometimes what you see isn't meant for other people. No matter how you feel about them, you have seen what you've seen, and it will change your life. You don't have to agree with a racist just because you like them. You don't have to agree with a racist because you are the same race. You don't. Unless there's like some law that I haven't seen yet. And if there is, then I'm probably on the run from the police. Because I ain't agreeing with shit I don't agree with. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgot about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.